get good. This is Endless Space 2 Awakening, and we are playing as the Fireborn Guardians of the Galaxy, the Unfallen. When we left off, we were consuming, slowly but surely, United Empire space, and we're getting ready to take Tylus. Tylus is going to be the new jewel of our civilization with all those beautiful luxury resources, along with a little bit of adamantium. Tylus is the exact resort location that you want to take your Unfallen vacation. Unfortunately, we did lose some ships over here, which is fine. We've got this old fleet coming in. No big problem there, though. It's all good. We have some other fleets in the works on their way up there, and we're also switching everything over to a heavily production base right now. We've got super biofuel factories growing everywhere. I mean, we are the Unfallen, so you could say they're growing everywhere. But we've also got our pirate fleet right here ready to abduct some ships and hopefully take them so that we can either use them against the enemy or sell them. At the same time, our Vine ships are up here wrapping Pleon. We are expanding quickly, in my opinion, throughout the galaxy. Pardalis has just come under our sway. They might still be in rebellion, so to speak. Yeah, they're still mutinous, which there's not a whole lot we can do about that because we do not have a hero with the ability to joy initiative them and keep them happy no matter what. Okay, looking at our political situation real quick, just because it always puts an exclamation mark there, so I always want to check. Oh. We have the role of the librarian. I don't think we've ever had this before in an episode on the channel, so I think what we're going to do here is play around with this a little bit. What happened to the Grey Owl and why? The greatest military leader. Is Horatio or are the Horatio truly perfect? This is the only question that really matters. The concept of perfection does not lend itself to a simple yes or no. What is more perfect, a Sophon equation or a Hisho blade, an industrious anthill or an obelisk of all spacetime? But if you insist, and depart from the more philosophical aspects of the question, the answer is simple. By Horatio's standards, the answer can only be yes. There could be nothing more perfect. Okay, but that's by Horatio's standards. We wanted to know by the standards of the Academy, okay? Come on. No half answers here. Isyander, no half answers. Alright, who is Isyander? Where is he from? What happened to the Grey Owl and why? Can you tell me more about the Lost? Sold. This is a question that we do not treat lightly, out of both faith and respect. From the point of view of mortals, they were gods, though a more technical answer would be sentient volumes of primordial dust. They had little purpose other than curiosity, discovery, and play. Many of the great and strange natural wonders of the galaxy are likely artifacts of lost inquisitiveness, but their physical value in dust was immense, and the Endless took it upon themselves to butcher them for short-term gain. Wow, okay. So, I mean, that does tell us a little bit, like, the Lost aren't actually sentient planets, they're just sentient volumes of primordial dust. That dust may infuse itself in a planet, or even create a planet in theory. So that is very, very cool to know. God, I'm gonna spend all of our dust here, guys. There's too much lore. Too much lore. What happened to the Lodestones? How were the Lost trapped and killed? Tell me. During the course of their scientific researches, the Endless learned to harness the gamma rays of dying stars and gravitational anomalies in the galaxy. While the ritual of contact and greeting at the Lodestones was likely seen by the Lost as quaint and amusing, out of curiosity and affection, many of them would voluntarily make contact. On the day of blasphemy, gamma energy and gravitational disruption was used to capture them and draw the dust from their forms. Little is known of how or where the Endless developed this technology, as it seems that those who left the Tabernacle of Remorse went to great lengths to destroy the knowledge. However, we continue to seek. Okay. So the Lost basically got lured in by what they thought was like the Endless trying to be cute, and then they came in, and then the Endless trapped them and sucked the dust out of them. That is horrible. What happened to the Grey Owl and why? We do not know all the details. What we understand is that the dust crystal, which provided power to the ship, was also deeply impregnated with the knowledge of the Endless. We suspect that this was drawn from the vast Endless complex that was pillaged by the survivors of the Mazari ship Success. The crystal exploded and the dust was released, causing a vast sympathetic reverberation in dust across the galaxy. It seems that the knowledge buried within the crystal was released, seeding and accelerating the scientific advances of nascent civilizations. Our research continues. So the Grey Owl, for those of you that don't know, is the ship that you escape in Dungeon of the Endless. The greatest military leader of the Academy is Isyander or colorless. It's colorless! Neither. The greatest military thinker of the Academy was a Hisho named Koshida, who looked at conflict from the lenses of space and time, a deep thinker and perhaps the galaxy's greatest strategist. His writings on power, development, diplomacy, and influence remain the most respected bibliography in all of the Academy's many libraries. Okay, that's good to know. I still think it's colorless, but, you know, agree to disagree. Who is Isyander and where is he from? I'm going to spend all of our dust here. We'll come back and look at, well, I mean, some of this stuff is game stuff. Which empire has the most fleets? Which empire owes the highest number of reparations? Who is Isyander and where is he from? I'm going to do that last one, guys, and then we'll stop blowing all our dust here. Once the Vodyani leader and head of the Vodyani church, Isyander left the faith and his nation when learning more of the history of the Endless and the Lost. He changed his surname from Saint Shwad to Shumed. His new name apparently means seeker, but we do not know in what language. Awesome. Okay, so that was the first time we've actually got Librarian, and I'm not complaining. That was awesome. I loved that. I loved every second of that. So much rich lore there to be picked up. Okay. Got some pirate cruisers and bombers here just hanging out. Let's get these upgraded and out there into the field. We do need more fleets. They did take out a fleet, so we've got room for one more out there in the star lanes. We do need one more ship before that fleet is complete, and I think what we'll do is we'll speed up one of these pirate bombers. And we'll get the Mantle of Unity slightly later. One turn later, it's fine. Okay. Siege ships are here just hanging out. They're waiting to go over to Tylus. I am concerned that there's fleets waiting there, so I don't want to send the siege ships over right away. I think I'll just leave them here for the moment. And these are pirates that are invading Deneb. Is that because I think we got the hack on Altair and spawned them, potentially? But I can't say for sure. Because I would assume there would be pirates on all of their systems if we did that. It's been a weekend, guys. I had a lot of stuff going on, so I can't exactly remember where we left off. But I'm trying. Us versus them is not potentially beneficial here. Lower fleet costs is potentially beneficial here. Are we still at a big deficit on... Yeah, we are still on a big influence deficit, though. So perhaps not. Perhaps we'll wait on those. We have a scanner ship out here. Not thinking we're going to find all that much with this scanner unless we start coming up this way a little bit more, so let's send him to Janus here and see if he can scan down more of the Sophon Empire back here. It's probably a good way to go. We can also begin looking at expanding into Menace here. Menace is actually something that we want. We want Quadronix from there, and they also have 3 luxury resources, so we would love to take that system, but I think we want to get Pardalis out of Mutiny first. I think that's our #1 priority. And I'm not sure, and you guys can correct me on this in the comments if I'm wrong, but I believe that having a fleet stationed there actually, like, helps to reduce how much they're rebelling, but I'm not entirely sure on that. A Nakalim aspirant is here, we're just going to shoot at it. Maybe for some dust? Yeah, we'll do it for some dust. They'll run away anyway. We're not going to get them. Or we are. Okay, guess we are. I think we were also working on our... Yeah, we were working on our capital ships. In one turn, we'll have more slots for our capital ships, too. Or our carriers, rather. Okay. I think we're pretty good on everything that's going on here. I don't think we actually need to do anything else. Let's end the turn. Hacking assignments are left. We did need to do one more thing. So I think here, Nihal to Altair is just a good plan again. We want to go ahead and place an accelerator here on Altair, because that means once the hack hits there, it will actually go faster, hacking the system. That's key for us. We also have Arcturus here, which we have managed to capture, or not capture, but place a backdoor on. What's interesting about Arcturus, because we have that backdoor, is that we can now do this. We can bounce a hack from Arcturus to Yabella, back to Arcturus. Oh, no, we can't. I thought it would let us. That would have been great. Wait, is RNGC not technically owned? No, it is owned by them. So if we bounce a hack here, there is a chance they can detect us, I believe. Or maybe not, because it's not actually, like, colonized. So if we bounce like that, can we not land on Arcturus anymore because we have a backdoor there? Oh, we already have a hack going to Arcturus. Okay. So we have a backdoor on Arcturus, which I think makes hacking Arcturus easier. And we also have Arcturus as a hacking location to start from, so we could start working our way into Spica or Yursh here. And actually, hacking the Academy gives us a chance to kind of pick the heroes that we want, so that's also a beneficial hack. Let's do this. Let's go Shaddai, RNGC, and Ingress. It's a little bit longer of a hack, but the payoff there will be good if we get it. Okay, you guys are fine. Ending our turn. Oh, look at that. Another vine. Slowly. That is how we take the galaxy. Slowly and thoroughly. As our vines entwine everything. Low manpower. Yeah, we constantly have manpower issues because we're producing so many fleets and because we are... It's crazy, though, because we have so much food. So much food that manpower should not be an issue. Hostile trace is detected in Arcturus. Oh, that's because we just hit that. We just hit that. We've got 3 turns to finish this. There's a very real chance that they're going to catch us here. If we put an accelerator on, then we go down to 2 turns. Nice. Okay, so we should be able to get that in 2 turns, I think. Hello, Bill Gelly. Nice to see you. Wait, who just colonized that? Who's green? Is that the Cravers? It is the Cravers. Okay. So the Cravers are... How did we get vision of that? I'm curious. Oh, because a Hisho ship just landed there. That makes sense. That makes sense. Very nice. Thank you, Hisho allies. No. You guys brought the Yui in. You get a truce when the Yui are gone, or you kick them out. It's as simple as that. The event's Remnants and Refugees has come to an end, as well as its effect. So, +2 Remnants on System Deneb, and increase to Ecologist Ideology is over. Hostile trace has been detected. We dealt with that. Level up for Baramaksa, our governor here, I believe. Yes, he is. We're going to go ahead and... Well, they are. I don't know whether Baramaksa is a male or female, or even if that is a thing amongst the Unfallen, because it doesn't need to be. Like, with their species, it actually doesn't necessarily need to be a thing. Let's see. Rousing Order is kind of good here, gives us a little bit more of this. However, I can't remember where we put him. If he's on Pardalis... Is he on Pardalis? Where does it show the system that he's in? Not there. So I want to check and see, because if he is on Pardalis, which I think he is... Yeah, he is. Okay. I don't know why it was, like, finicking right there, back and forth. But because he's on Pardalis, taking some happiness is actually a really good idea. He also doesn't have the Joy Initiative, so we could make him... No, because we'll just use a Joy Initiative one to be our hero that, like, takes systems that are hostile or mutinous. So instead, I think what we'll do is we'll just give him more production. Or more influence. Like, that's the thing. More production, more influence. We're not going to do the influence because it only benefits systems that are happy, and he's not in a happy system. We'll do production for now. He has so many good skills for us, though. Just amazing, amazing skills for us. Okay, Harashim population on Sylphie has grown. Nair and Pardalis have more Unfallen. We do need to keep an eye on our population management as well. And Foray Sagaz Jobble has gained a level. Oh my god. I just love that species. The best Rixos looks so cool. Okay, so he is a new governor we have. Go ahead and give him some more food. Quite nice. Alright. Production completes. We've got a PB built on Sylphie, which will complete that fleet that we had there. Mantle of Unity is in queue. Herolium just finished careful sweeping. Good. Looks like everything is chugging along nicely. Research complete on Far Halo Shipyard. So that means we do have the enhanced Forest class hull, which we're going to go look at right away. Oh, and I'm trying to remember. Okay. Trying to remember. There was a tech. There was a tech that I was supposed to grab from the military tree. Universal Aerodynamics was it, I believe, and that one was supposed to give me more CP and, oh yeah, 1 maximum tactics slot in your Empire. Awesome. So that's actually something I might move up in our queue a little bit, just 1 slot maybe, so that we can get that a little bit faster. We're trading that for Quadronix capture and microwave pipes. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. We can get Quadronix and microwave pipes a little bit later. Alright, so they have sent a fleet. It is not a weak fleet, it's a 5,000 power fleet versus our pirate fleet that has a power of 7,000. So pretty good chance we win this fight. More important than winning this fight, though, is do we actually capture these ships? We have additional manpower on these ships. We have more boarding pods. Let's go ahead and go to advanced here and take a look at what our options are. So their weapons are primarily... Oh, no, they're mixed. They're pretty mixed, but they do have some projectiles, and all their projectiles seem to be short range, which is just bad. Okay, good choice, guys, good choice. So I think what we'll do here is we'll probably go with shield absorption just because it gives us the best range profiles, because we are good at all ranges. We don't care about range, they do, so we're going to stay at our range for the longest period of time. This fleet right here is the only one we need to really be concerned about because they are going to go in kind of tight. And that means there is the potential for them to kind of take a lot of damage and things like that. So I think what we want to do here... No, I mean, I guess it's laid out kind of fine. It's laid out kind of fine. We could always just put our hero ship up in this spot and then pull these guys down. That's also a very reasonable idea. Okay. So yeah, that seems good. We're going to try that out. Although we may lose a flotilla early there, but they may not actually split off into 3 flotillas either, so you have to keep that in mind as well. We can look at what tactics they've been using lately. Yeah, we're probably fine with this strat. Let's go for it. See what happens. And we will watch this for sure. Come on. You can load. Okay. Press space to launch. Let's go. Shift F10. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Sorry guys, I was just... Sinuses again. Sinuses again. I think it'll be fine. Come on, ships, get in there. Oh, look at those beautiful boarding pods just soaring through the sky. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. There we go. Figured I'd use that battle as an opportunity to get my sinuses cleared out a little bit so I keep talking without that stressor. Okay. Lovely. We have been blowing up a couple of their ships during this combat, which is not ideal. We really want to capture their ships, but I'm getting the feeling that maybe this is a fool's errand for us and we may just be better off going full on with our beams and just going for crit damage and popping everybody. Oh, look at those boarding pods land in mass, though. That's crazy. So many boarding pods. Have we lost a ship yet, though? I don't think we have. God, look at that. Swarm missiles and boarding pods for everybody. I love how their little fighters are still going. That ship doesn't look like it's shooting anymore, so we may have actually captured one, but its fighters are still fighting, which is weird. No? No, I think we're done. I think we're done here. Whoops. I'm pretty sure we're done. Yes. Oh, and look at that, guys. That's what I'm talking about. We captured 4 out of 5 ships. Holy crap. Okay. Okay, I told y'all I had a plan that this was gonna work, and it worked. We captured 4 out of 5 of their ships. That is amazing. Alright, so now comes the question, what do we do with their ships? And I think first off, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and shoot the civilian ship here for some dust. Now, we don't need to pay to repair these ships, and if we do, it'll be extremely expensive, so we're not going to. However, these ships, we're probably going to send over to Tylus to reinforce our troops over there and help us take that system. Oh my. It worked, guys. We took 4 medium hulls from them, I'm pretty sure, or is that... No, there's 1 small in there. We took 3 mediums and a small. Sorry about that siren in the background. Life continues around me. Okay, so we have a skill point here on our Fleet Admiral. We're gonna give him a little bit more oof. Do we want more damage though? Damage is dangerous here. No, we'll go with damage. We'll go with damage since that's versatile and it'll work with any fleet that we want to build. I'm just amazed by that. The pirate fleets are working, guys. I'm super excited about that. I hope you guys are as excited as I am, because that was phenomenal. We were just like, yes, we will take your entire fleet. Okay, thanks, bye. Okay. Scorching Embers here should be ready to go. We're gonna go ahead and send this fleet up here as well, since this is the UE front line. It's so crazy, because, like, with us being able to do this, every ship they build becomes a force against them. It's honestly insane. Our chameleon space is also at 0 turns here because we gained a bunch of science from that combat. What's crazy is that I think they count as destroyed CP as well, because we got a ton of dust and science even though we captured all their ships. So we got dust and science for killing them and didn't kill them and kept them instead, which is insane, guys. Holy crap. That's amazing. Welcome to the new Unfallen Empire. Here we go. Okay. So with that, we're all set on that. I'm so like over the moon that finally worked, that I can't remember what I was trying to do. Oh, that's right. We want to go look at our new Great Club. Give the Great Club some new stuff in its new slots. We are going to need an income of Quadronix and Orichalcix for this to work, obviously. So that's something to keep in mind. It's crazy because that's just to build it in general. Like right now, just to build it, we need Quadronix. That's okay. We're going to make this work. So we put a couple of laser fighters. Well, we put a laser fighter, a laser bomber, and a big bada boom laser, which is great. Let's go with more big bada boom lasers in the slots that will take them. I guess we could look at defensive slots first as well. Although I would say that our defenses on this ship are pretty strong. We can always go for a little bit more, primarily because I'm concerned with bombers. Bombers are a huge issue. In fact, I may dedicate that sort of open slot right there to another fighter fleet in the hopes that it will keep the bombers off. Although what's interesting there is I'd like to see... We'll have to go check our strategies and see if we can actually see what they... Actually, let's do this. A projectile fighter fleet with our energy fighter fleet. So now we've got 2 different damage types on our fighter fleets, so if they do bring them fleets, we can bring them fighters. Okay. Beyond that, we could use a little bit of flak here, potentially. So let's go ahead and put a projectile cannon on, and then we've got 1 support/defense slot left. And I feel like with that... Oh my. Are you guys thinking what I'm thinking? 3rd ram scoop? Super fast carriers? I like that a lot. 11 speed carriers. But if we put a hero on there, it won't matter. But if we do this, we don't need a hero on there. Oh my. We actually have another support slot open. This is just getting better. Oh, super fast stealth Great Club, guys. Super fast stealth Great Club, I like this a lot. I like this quite a bit. The reality, though, is that you don't necessarily want to dive... Like, I don't find the cloaking modules that useful, because I don't want to dive a ship in deep beyond enemy lines, and then uncloak them and have them get swarmed. So I don't know if that's actually more beneficial. Let's see, what else could we potentially put on here that would be better? AS2 slugs would allow them to siege a little bit, that's okay. Anti-cloaking would be pretty good. But I feel like that's also sort of a win more thing that we don't really need. I mean, repair is actually nice. Repair is actually nice because that will help with upkeep, so let's go with that. What else can we put in that slot? Either that or a defense module. I think we're fine where we're at. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna keep that. Now, what I was curious about with our strategies, because I'm not sure you can see it here. Yeah, you don't seem to be able to see it unless you have fighters and bombers, and that's something that I think is kind of a mistake as far as the UI goes. That would be nice to know. Because essentially, the split of your fighters and bombers between defense and offense depends on the strategy that you pick. So what I'd like to know is if the strategies that increase crit rate and stuff like that are going to also cause our fighters to be defensive, because if they're not, if they're just going to make all of our fighters and bombers be kind of offensive, then it doesn't matter how many fighters we put on, because they're not going to do anything. In that case, we're better off just taking more projectiles. So there is some issue with that for me. While we're at it, actually, let's go ahead and do this. I think it's a good idea to increase the power of our armored troops a little bit. In fact, we could go full bore here. Yeah, let's go all the way. We don't have the Quadronix and Orichalcix to get that last bonus to our tanks, but we'll absolutely use the others. Planes or aircraft for invasion isn't great because troopers counter them, and troopers are dirt cheap, but they do counter tanks, so there's something we may mix in a little bit more as we move on. I'm so happy, guys. I'm so happy that those pirate bombers worked out. Or pirate boarders worked out. Oh boy. Yeah, this is not a good fight for us, I don't think. They are somewhat damaged. Oh, they have another fleet there already. So we could let them make the engage here, but at the same time, I think our range profile here is pretty long, and their range profile is pretty short. So we could actually do some significant damage here. I still think we wait. I think we'll wait and see if those other ships land and they want to really go, because if they do, that's fine, but it does mean that we'll have the aid of their own ships against them, which is awesome. The Umbral Choir hovering our systems just doesn't make me very comfortable for some reason. I think what we might do is send this fleet over to Menace now and begin sort of just hanging out there. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna blockade. We'll scan down their anomalies because we can. Yeah. What's this? Oh, look, there's a Guardian on Menace. That'll make things easier when we invade. Okay. Boom, boom. What you got, Aspirant? You ready to explode? Because you're gonna. We'll probably kill this. We killed the last one, so we'll probably kill this one as well. Nope. It ran away. It succeeded in running. Good job. Okay. So Pardalis is fine. The one thing we may want to look at real quick before we end our turn is our population management. Nihal, for example, is purely Unfallen, which is somewhat problematic. And I think we had a couple of population on their way to Sylphie, which now has how many different pop types? I think the best way to check that is to come in here. Too many. Too many. Alright. I think we've got a ton. I'll worry about pop management later. We're having military successes right now. I'm riding the high of those military successes. Let's keep going. We've got a vine chip here that we can send wherever we want to start to entwine stuff. Let's go ahead and send it up here to continue entwining through our allies' space. Actually, yes. Yes. Excellent. I want you to go entwine the UC capital. No reason for that, guys. We are the peaceful, loving Unfallen. I don't know why anyone is suspicious of our intent. Okay. They're hanging out there, which is great. We can slowly siege down this system till we're ready to just flat out invade it. Got a Pirate Cruiser 3 here that's just sort of orphaned. I think I'm going to just go ahead and throw him in the dock for right now. And then here in Sylphie, what we'll do... We don't need these bombers that are in queue. So I think what we'll do is put Great Clubs in queue if we can. We cannot at the moment. We do need more antimatter and adamantium. So let's look at where those are coming from. We've got 6 per turn, 8.4 per turn coming in right now. Is there any way to increase that? We could take Pleone. We'll get some when we take Tylus here, for example. We could trade potentially for Bellatrix to get a little bit more antimatter. That's definitely a system I wouldn't mind having, especially since we don't seem to suffer that much from not overpopulation, but overcolonization. Our being overcolonization does not seem to matter at all. Ooh, in this system, we probably want to colonize another planet soon. So let's go for ESO here. Yeah, that's fine. That's perfect. Okay. See how everyone is doing. So many pop-cap systems here, it's crazy. Just crazy how pop-capped everybody is. But I mean, we have so much food generation that I guess it makes sense. Nihal here, we definitely want to colonize another system. So let's go with this one. Did that not move you to the front of the queue? It did not. Okay. Now it will. Good. That'll work. That's actually better than getting more production. We can unlock some population slots there. Perseus as well seems to need that. Yeah, Perseus needs that as well. Ooh, Gas Temperate will bring a lot of dust in off Perseus, but I think we'll go for Perseus 2 colonization instead, and we'll move that ahead of Super Biofuel. I was trying to get Super Biofuel on everything quickly, but at the same time, it doesn't make as much sense as just handling more population growth. Okay. Ending our turn here. This episode has been absolutely lovely so far, guys. Just absolutely amazing. I had like a micro heart attack there for a second, by the way, because I wasn't sure that I unmuted the mic after I got out of that combat when I muted it for a second. So yeah, that would have been terrifying. Exotic and Eccentric. The remnants you once welcomed as refugees are now thriving members of your empire, android beings who were once experts in assassination. They come forward claiming to understand many of the inner workings of the exotic military modules you have recently researched. Will you accept their aid in the implementation and installation of the latest military technology? They insist they wish to help your empire out of gratitude, but distrustful military technologists would prefer they keep away from such dangerous toys. Okay, so... minus 30% refill rate on fleets on Empire for 10 turns, minus 20% dust and strategic retrofit cost on Empire. Ooh, that's actually really useful if we do the whole build empty hull things. However, this other one is an increase to the cost, but an increase to the refill rate on fleets, which I kind of actually like. I think we'll go with that one. No, we'll go with that one. That makes the most sense. The refill rate is going to be much more useful. Good for you. Good job, Hisho. You be loyal and you attack our enemies because we're not helping you at all. We didn't want you in this alliance. Honestly, we don't like our alliance very much at all, to be fair. Mantle of Unity is complete. It still hasn't completely negated the deficit we have on influence, but that's okay. We're getting closer. You guys are funny, no. Planet Cracker and Slag and Sledge Center. Slag and Sledge Center is awesome. That actually has a very good chance of increasing our yields overall of strategic resources, and we should bounce around and make sure we put that into effect everywhere it needs to be. Free battle tactics modifications are available. Lovely. Okay, so we did not get a new slot yet. Darn. Soon, though. Soon? How long? We should have got a new slot. Did I not move Universal Aerodynamics up? I thought I did. Apparently, I did not. Oh well. 2 turns, that's fine. Probably less, actually, when you consider combat, because combat will generate quite a bit of science for us here. Oh, they're just slightly off. They didn't quite land yet, which is okay, because weirdly enough, they're not attacking here. They're just waiting. So they must not feel that confident in their fleets either. Now, we've got another pirate cruiser fleet right here that is ready to kind of move in and go wherever we want it. I think we'll send it over here to Tylus? Yeah. Another backup fleet for Tylus. Okay, well, there we go. Now things are definitely in our favor. We're going in. We're going in strong, guys. We got this. Okay, so let's go to Advanced and take a look at their strategic profile here. You guys are mostly short range, which is crazy because you're short range projectiles, and it is not the beginning of the game. Okay. Well then, you do you. You lose as you wish. So we'll probably go with that. We'll just leave 1 ship over here. Maybe not. Maybe we'll leave 2 to try to split damage a little bit. I think that's probably a little bit better there. Yeah, we'll go like that. I think that's better overall. Okay. Seems good. Let's go. Well, shield absorption doesn't do anything here. We're basically only using this for the ranges. Yeah, I like this still for the ranges. I almost feel like we should put that other strategy back in. Actually, can we do that? Are we allowed to modify our strategies real quick? We are. Okay, so here I feel like we're actually better off putting prudent positions back in. I think it's better than power to shields for the moment. There's a space battle. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. They say no. I agree with that sentiment. All right, so we're just gonna go for it like this. We will watch this one. Siri, I'm not talking to you, please. Okay, here we go. Fight. This should be interesting. It kind of sucks that we're stuck taking shield absorption here, but it really is just for a better range profile. The nice thing is that all of our actual ships with weapons are staying at their preferred range profiles here, which is great. Okay, here we go, guys. We are watching this beauteous combat. This is gonna be it. You know we're gonna take, like, most of their fleet. That would be so incredible. Oh, if we could just capture the majority of their fleet here, it would be phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Come on, boarding pods out. Let's go, baby. So excited for this. Oh, they're firing already. It's weird because they only have like a short range profile. I guess they're firing swarm missiles? Is that what those would be? I don't understand. Did we miss something? Does one of their ships actually have missiles on it? That could totally be. That could totally be. I don't think it matters that much, to be honest, though, because we're still firing boarding pods. You can see the waves and waves of boarding pods going in. I almost feel like it would be more beneficial to, like, stick the... Oh, look! Boarding pods landing. Boarding pods landing. I almost feel like it'd be more beneficial to stick our camera to one of their ships so we could see as the boarding pods come in. There is the ability to do that, by the way. I don't know how many people knew that, but you can, like, click around and you can focus one particular ship. Oh, okay, that's not good. That's not good. So we lost a ship already. That's kind of sad. However, if we capture one of their ships, it totally makes up for losing that ship, so... Not really that worried about it. Provided we capture at least one of their ships, I'm fine with it. Oh, and their hero ship is gone. Worst ship to kill, honestly, but at least it's out. I wonder if the AI focuses the hero ships. It's kind of silly if they do, because that's the ship that regens if the rest of the fleet survives. I am seeing a lot less fire going out between both fleets here, and I'm not sure if that's a range thing or if we've just managed to capture a majority of their fleet now. which is entirely possible. Oh god, look at those boarding pods. They're just like stuck into everything. They were stuck into the engine, the side of the hull. They're just stuck into everything. More boarding pods going out. All the boarding pods. I'm not sure if those additional manpower modules actually helped, but I suspect that they did. Yeah, we captured a couple of these ships for sure. We captured a couple of their ships for sure. Okay, here we go. Yeah, we got half of their fleet almost. We did lose our 2 boarders that were up in that one branch. I almost feel like we shouldn't have put anything up there. That probably would have been better, even with a flotilla disadvantage, potentially. But we did capture 3 of their ships. And now for the cleanup crew. Go in, little ships. Go. Oh god, they're gonna get slaughtered. Okay, mistakes were made. They're probably gonna get slaughtered, but it's okay. Let's see what we can do with this. Actually, the fewer the prouder here might do really, really well. Let's go to advanced. This is it. We're a little bit over time already, so let's just do this fight real quick, and then we will end the episode. I have a feeling, though, that because of the fewer the prouder, we might actually take out a good portion of their fleet here. That could totally happen. Okay. I'm going to turn the speed up on this one and skip to the action because we are a little bit over time already. Here we go. Get them, little guys, get them. Our ships are just going to die here, probably. But at the same time, those are ships we're not paying for anymore, which is fine. This is a ship that is so obsolete that it was just basically hovering in space and costing us money anyway. So here we're basically sacrificing them to maybe take out a few of their battleships, which is a worthwhile trade. Especially if the fewer the prouder kicks in and they just get a lot of damage from it, that would be great. Oh, you know what's crazy is we could make a bunch of little ships with like hearts hammers on them and just use them to basically rapid fire crew damage, and then just have a boarding ship that shoots boarding pods, or 2. That's another way we could run that boarding fleet. It's funny because the fighters are only slightly smaller than our actual ships in this. Okay. We done yet? Yeah, we're done. And we killed one thing, we lost most of this fleet, but we did get some dust, we got some science, and we got rid of some expenses. Not worried about it. It's kind of the whole point of sending that fleet here. A little bit more worried about this fleet losing the ships that they lost, but at the same time, we've got reinforcements, so it's not a big deal. And we still have 4 more of their battleships coming in, guys, so I mean, this is all win all the time for us right now. It's kind of hilarious. That being said, that's going to be all for this episode. Can't wait to pick this up next time, though, because we are just rolling through the galaxy at this point. Just rolling through. It's amazing. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to go ahead and give us a like or subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time. Bye!